Understanding Cock and Ball Torture, CBT, exploring the kink, its appeal, and safety considerations. Note, this article discusses explicit sexual practices and is intended for mature audiences. It aims to provide an informative and non-judgmental exploration of a niche BDSM activity. Cock and ball torture, CBT, is a sexual practice within the realm of BDSM that involves the application of pain, pressure, or constriction to the male genitals, specifically the penis and testicles. While the term torture may sound extreme, CBT encompasses a wide range of activities, from mild sensation play to intense physical experiences, all performed consensually to enhance pleasure. For those unfamiliar with kink culture, CBT might seem shocking or incomprehensible, but for its practitioners, it offers a unique blend of physical sensation, psychological thrill, and intimate connection. This article delves into what CBT entails, why people are drawn to it, and the importance of safety in its practice. What is cock and ball torture, CBT? CBT is a subset of BDSM, bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism, and masochism, that focuses on the male genitalia. Activities associated with CBT can include impact play, slapping, spanking, flogging, or kicking the genitals, often with controlled force. Constriction, using devices like ball stretchers, parachutes, or cock rings to elongate or compress the scrotum or penis. Sensation play, applying hot wax, ice, or tools like Wartenberg wheels for varied tactile experiences. Urethral play, inserting sounds or catheters into the urethra for intense stimulation. Bondage, tying the genitals with ropes or using devices like chastity cages or humblers to restrict movement or prevent erections. Erotic electrostimulation, using low-current devices to stimulate the genitals electrically. These activities are typically performed in a consensual setting, often between a dominant partner, the top, who administers the stimulation, and a submissive partner, the bottom, who receives it. The intensity of CBT can vary widely, from gentle teasing to more extreme practices, depending on the preferences and boundaries of the participants. Why would anyone want CBT? The appeal of CBT is multifaceted, combining physical, psychological, and emotional elements. While it may seem counterintuitive to associate pain with pleasure, the practice resonates with many for several reasons. 1. Physical pleasure and heightened sensitivity. The male genitals are densely packed with nerve endings, making them highly sensitive to touch, pressure, and pain. CBT can amplify this sensitivity, leading to intense physical sensations. For example, devices like ball stretchers increase blood flow, making every touch feel more pronounced. This heightened arousal can result in stronger, longer-lasting orgasms, as the restriction of testicular movement during climax extends the ejaculatory process. Sex educator Lisa Finn explains, "Any sort of intense sensation is going to give you that endorphin rush, that adrenaline rush. Especially when paired with arousal, all of these sensations are going to feel even more intense." This interplay of pain and pleasure is a cornerstone of sadomasochism, where discomfort can amplify erotic experiences. Psychological thrill and power dynamics. CBT often involves a power exchange, where the submissive partner surrenders control to the dominant. This dynamic can be deeply erotic, as it requires trust and vulnerability. Offering up such a sensitive part of the body symbolizes profound submission, which can be emotionally fulfilling for both parties. The dominant partner may find satisfaction in wielding control, while the submissive may revel in the act of surrender or in pleasing their partner. For some, the taboo nature of CBT adds to its allure. Engaging in an activity considered outside societal norms can feel empowering, transforming shame or inhibition into a source of arousal. As Finn notes, there's that nice little horseshoe of shame coming back around into empowerment. 3. Masochism and the pleasure of pain. Approximately 19% of men in kink communities report an interest in masochism, deriving pleasure from physical or emotional pain. For masochists, the pain of CBT is not merely tolerable but actively enjoyable. This preference is not necessarily tied to trauma or mental health issues. Studies suggest that masochistic tendencies are often an intrinsic part of one's sexual identity, developed over time. The endorphin and adrenaline rush from pain can create a euphoric state, enhancing sexual arousal. 4. Exploration of kinks and fetishes. CBT allows practitioners to explore a variety of kinks, such as bondage, humiliation, or edge play, activities that push physical or psychological boundaries. For some, CBT rises to the level of a fetish, where it becomes a necessary component for arousal or climax. The versatility of CBT means it can be tailored to individual desires, whether someone prefers light tickling or more intense impact play. Intimacy and trust. Engaging in CBT requires open communication, mutual consent, and a deep level of trust. The vulnerability of exposing one's genitals to potentially painful stimulation fosters a strong emotional bond between partners. Aftercare, post-scene care involving physical comfort and emotional reassurance, further strengthens this connection. Many practitioners find that the trust and intimacy built through CBT enhance their relationship, both sexually and emotionally. Stress relief and catharsis. CBT can serve as a form of stress release, allowing participants to channel tension into intense physical and emotional experiences. A well-executed CBT session can leave participants feeling relaxed and fulfilled, having explored their deepest fantasies in a safe, consensual environment. The cultural and historical context. CBT is not a modern invention. Practices involving genital stimulation for pleasure or ritualistic purposes have existed across cultures and eras. From ancient fertility rituals to medieval ascetic practices, the interplay of pain and pleasure has long been part of human sexuality. In contemporary BDSM culture, CBT has gained visibility through online communities like FetLife, where the CBT group boasts over 16,000 members, indicating its relative popularity compared to other kinks. The internet has also contributed to CBT's notoriety, with the Wikipedia entry on the subject becoming a meme due to its graphic audio narration, used in pranks and viral posts since 2010. This humorous exposure has both destigmatized and sensationalized the practice, bringing it into broader cultural awareness. Safety considerations. Playing responsibly. While CBT can be deeply rewarding, it carries significant health risks if not practiced safely. The genitals are delicate, and improper techniques can lead to serious injuries, including loss of blood flow. Prolonged constriction can cause numbness, swelling, or tissue damage. Devices should never be left on too long, and any sign of discoloration, e.g., purple skin, requires immediate removal. Testicular rupture or torsion. Excessive force, such as hard kicking or yanking, can cause medical emergencies requiring urgent care. Only about 50 pounds of force are needed to rupture a testicle, less than the average adult's hand strength. Urethral damage. Urethral play, like sounding, requires sterile equipment and careful technique to avoid infections or injury. Erectile dysfunction. Trauma from unsafe impact play can damage internal structures, affecting sexual function. Hard objects like canes should be avoided. To engage in CBT safely, communicate clearly, discuss boundaries, safe words, and preferences beforehand. Safe words allow the submissive to stop the scene instantly if needed. Start slow. Beginners should start with mild activities like light slapping or using soft restraints before progressing to more intense practices. Educate yourself. Research techniques and anatomy to understand the risks. Resources like FetLife, professional sexologists, or kink workshops can provide guidance. Use safe equipment. Opt for body-safe materials, e.g., silicone, leather, and keep EMT scissors on hand for bondage emergencies. Avoid binding too tightly or using non-sterile tools. Practice aftercare. Post-scene care, such as cleaning any abrasions with antiseptic soap and providing emotional support, is crucial for physical and psychological well-being. Avoid intoxication. Drugs or alcohol can impair judgment, increasing the risk of accidents. All participants should be fully sober. CBT falls under the BDSM principle of RAC, risk-aware consensual kink, meaning all participants must be informed of the risks and consent freely. Why CBT resonates. A broader perspective. CBT's appeal lies in its ability to push boundaries while fostering trust and connection. It challenges societal taboos around pain, vulnerability, and sexuality, offering a space for self-expression and exploration. For some, it's about the raw physicality of sensation. For others, it's the emotional depth of submitting to or dominating a partner. The practice's versatility allows it to cater to a wide range of desires, from playful experimentation to profound sadomasochistic experiences. Critics might view CBT as extreme or harmful, but practitioners emphasize that, when done consensually and safely, it's a legitimate form of sexual expression. As with any kink, the key is mutual respect, clear communication, and a commitment to safety. For those curious about CBT, starting with open dialogue and small, safe experiments can open the door to a world of intense pleasure and intimacy. Conclusion: cock and ball torture may not be for everyone, but for those who embrace it, it offers a unique way to explore pleasure, pain, and power dynamics. Its appeal stems from a combination of physical intensity, psychological thrill, and emotional connection, making it a compelling practice within the BDSM community. By prioritizing safety, communication, and consent, participants can engage in CBT responsibly, unlocking new dimensions of their sexuality. Whether you're intrigued or simply seeking to understand, CBT serves as a reminder that human desire is vast, varied, and deeply personal. For more information or to explore CBT safely, consider consulting resources like FetLife, professional sex educators, or local kink communities. Always prioritize informed consent and safety in any BDSM practice. By Scott Young, aka Sinfamous Gamer.